Iman Gadzhi is one of the most widely known internet gurus on the planet. He's made tens of millions of dollars selling courses, running his SMMA and his software company. Most people think that Iman is just an all-round businessman, but he's actually got master copywriters working for him behind the scenes that allows him to make content and funnels that get people to spend millions of dollars with him. In this video, I'm going to explain what he does with his copywriting that makes his videos and funnels so powerful and lucrative. There are 3 things that I'm going to explain in this video, and if you start applying them, you're going to find it much easier to get clients and make money for them. These 3 principles are game-changing, so let's get into it. The first principle is the dream state method. The dream state method is all about painting a vivid picture of the life your audience wants to achieve. It's about showing the reader the future and building a connection between your product and their dreams. So there are 2 things that you need to do in order to make use of the dream state method in your copy. Firstly, you need to show the reader that you understand their dream state in the first place. Most of the content that we consume as copywriters is about copywriting and business and making money. So we often fall into the trap of thinking that the dream state of all of our readers is the same, that they want to get rich and make money and escape their 9 to 5. But that's not always the case. I'm not going to talk about it too much here, but what you can do is head over to my channel and look for the copywriting research video. Because in order to understand someone's dream state, you need to know what level of awareness they are in regards to the problems that they're facing and their knowledge of available solutions and the products and offers that can help them. And you also need to understand what's going on inside the reader's head, because it might not be that they want to achieve a specific outcome. It could be that they want to achieve the outcome in a specific way. That might sound a bit confusing, so let me explain. Let's take a dropshipping course as an example. Somebody may think that their dream outcome is to make tons of money with dropshipping so that the person can live a rich life and do whatever they want. But what might really be your reader's dream outcome is that they run the dropshipping store in a more efficient way. So the dream state was actually how they run the business, not what the business allows them to achieve. So the point is, don't always think that the dream state of your reader is some kind of success. The dream state could be in the method that they're using to achieve their success and the processes they have in place in their life. You can check out my copywriting research video for more information on how to learn these things about your reader. The second thing that you need to do is show how your client's product bridges the gap between where the reader currently is and where they want to be. The way you do this is by showing the reader that you understand their current situation, by resonating with their previous failures and justifying those failures, and by affirming their suspicions. And basically just create excuses for them to make them feel less bad for failing in the past and not achieving what they want to. So to summarize the first point, the dream state method is where you empathize with the reader and show them that you understand their current situation and what they've tried in the past. And then you show the reader that you understand what their current goals are and what they're hoping to achieve, which could either be the end result or the process that they use to get the result. And then you position your client's product as the bridge between where they are and where they want to be. And that's the dream state method. The second copywriting technique that he uses in his videos is the common enemy method. If you watch Iman Gadzhi's VSL or go into his funnel and read his sales pages, you'll notice that he throws stones at the education system. He makes the reader think that the education system is their enemy. Another common enemy that Iman Gadzhi uses is the global elites, such as the WEF, or the World Economic Forum. Iman Gadzhi does a good job of portraying the elites in society as controlling our lives, and he positions his product as the way out and our solution. In order to implement this, you firstly need to understand what frustrates or angers your target reader. For example, if you're writing for a client that sells a fitness course or a supplement brand, then you may position Big Pharma as a common enemy. There is a caveat to the common enemy technique though. It's not about finding an enemy that every single one of your readers has, because realistically, that's not possible. Instead, it's about finding the biggest enemy shared by the most amount of people. Just like when you're thinking about pain points your readers have, it's about finding the biggest pain points that are shared by the most amount of people. For example, a common enemy for everybody would be taxes, because the government taxes everybody. But if you're selling a course on dropshipping, are you going to say that the government and taxes are the common enemy? You wouldn't. In this case, your common enemy shared by the most amount of people that's having the biggest impact on their lives would be something like big retail giants like Amazon or Walmart. Or it could be something like an outdated business model or misleading gurus teaching bad dropshipping strategies. The common enemy method isn't about finding something that affects everyone. It's about finding something big and relevant that affects enough of your audience to make writing the copy worthwhile and effective. If you're trying to find a common enemy, the easiest way to do it is to go to ChatGPT and type in the following prompt. Firstly, ask ChatGPT, do you know the common enemy method in copywriting? It's going to say yes. Then you ask it, what could be the common enemy for dropshippers? I'm helping someone sell a dropshipping course, for example. ChatGPT will then give you a list of things that could be the common enemy of your target audience. You can't just use everything that ChatGPT puts out though. Obviously, you're going to have to do your own research and then verify the output of ChatGPT to make sure that it's correct for the copy that you're going to be writing. So that was the common enemy method. The final copywriting technique that he uses in his videos is the rule of one. There's a famous saying that the man who chases 2 rabbits catches none. And this is true in copywriting. The rule of one focuses on simplifying your message to avoid overwhelming your audience or making them feel like the copy isn't relevant to them and making them click off. By narrowing down what you're focusing on, you make it easier for your audience to understand, and it also makes the copy feel more personable to them and relevant for them to read. So here are the handful of keys that you need to bear in mind for the rule of one. You target one specific audience, you have one main idea or core message in your copy, you only promote one offer in the copy, you want to stick to one key benefit of the offer, and you only want to have one call to action that is crystal clear for the reader to follow through on. If you start mixing things up and you target multiple audiences where you have more than one key idea, or you promote multiple offers or talk about multiple benefits, then you won't have successful copy. The reason the rule of one is so effective is because it makes the reader feel like you're the only person in the world that they're talking to, and that you're targeting them specifically. It helps to keep the reader on the page because it's relevant to them and they actually want to read it because they don't find that level of specificity anywhere else. With good copy, the reader will feel like you're talking to them specifically, like you've written a personal letter to them. So the way you implement the rule of one is simple. You need to know exactly who your target audience is and what they need. You need to focus on one specific offer that addresses those needs, and you need to keep your message simple and direct and be as concise as possible. And always remember that confusion kills conversions. So the main takeaway from this video is that copywriting doesn't have to be very complicated. Even with just a few key principles, Iman Gadzhi manages to make tens of millions of dollars annually. I'm not saying that you're going to do the same because Iman Gadzhi is an anomaly and he's achieving very big things. But the point is, it's working for an entrepreneur at the highest level, and applying these 3 principles in your client's business is bound to have a massive impact and help you make a lot of money with them. If you implement the dream state method, the common enemy method, and the rule of one in your copy, I'm certain that you and your clients are going to start seeing the impact of your skills in their business. And if you don't currently have a client and you're in the outreach stage of copywriting, then you can use these principles in your outreach messages to help you get these clients. I've just shared a lot of my experience with you in this video, but there's still a lot more that goes into becoming a full-time copywriter. You need to learn the principles of persuasion and influence, the process of writing copy, how to structure your writing, find prospects, get their attention with outreach, follow up until you get a response, then close prospects on sales calls, and how to deliver your work to clients and get paid. I've mentioned this before, but I've looked back at my freelancing career and put together a guide for people looking for a direct route to becoming a copywriter. The guide covers everything that you need to know to add to your current income with freelance copywriting, and maybe even become a full-time freelance copywriter if that's what you want to do. And in the guide, I don't just stop after teaching you the very basics about marketing, copywriting, sales, and the other practical skills that copywriters need. I also give you the in-depth details from my personal experience so that you can turn the theory into real skill and get to a level where writing high-converting copy and getting clients is second nature. There aren't many differences between a novice copywriter making no money and a full-time copywriter making thousands. The purpose of the guide is to help you make the small tweaks needed in the fastest time possible and skip the time-wasting mistakes that most copywriters will fall into. And to do that, you'll get access to teaching material that I've written and compiled myself. This includes modules on pretty much every subject matter that you need to know in order to start making money with copywriting. And if you sign up with the link in the description, you'll get immediate access to everything that's currently in the course and access to whatever else is added in the future at no extra cost. And if you sign up with the link in the description, you'll get immediate access to everything that's currently in the course and access to whatever else I add in the future at no extra cost. Like I said, I share a lot from my experience on this channel, but if you want to get lifetime access to a structured copywriting guide that gives you all the knowledge you need and guides you on how to develop your skills, then you're welcome to enroll and level up your copywriting. The link to do so is in the description below. But other than that, thank you for watching. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and I'll see you in the next video.